Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum to all viewers and Assalamualaikum to Puan Siti Rozan binti Ismail. So today we would like to presenting our final project for subject Introduction to Web and Mobile Application CSC264. So let's start with introduce our team members. So okay, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Irfan bin Damanhuri as a project manager, and I have responsibility for preparing the report and I work as web designer. Next, we have Muhammad Adam Haiqal bin Muhammad Redzuan. His responsibilities on designer and web developers. The second one is Muhammad Airil bin Nazmi. He's our web developer, mobile app developer, and web designer. So the third one is Muhammad Fadhli bin Mukhtar as our web developer and our database designer. And the last one is Muhammad Hairul bin Hashim as our web developer and database designer. So let's move to our project. Okay, for the introduction, Blade Game is a new in-game cash website that sell in-game cash for gamers nowadays. As a start, Black Games only select a few games that are the choice of the mobile players, such as Mobile Legend and PUBG Mobile. So next, Black Game further expand its business by adding Valorant, which is the game that can be played on a PC. The main reason we include the Valorant is because Valorant is a new game and is a choice of the player. So next is the Black Game serve as a store that sell in-game cash, which make it easier for customer to top up their in-game cash to make any purchase in the games. So our website provide an easy and understand interface. So our website is provide an easy to understand interface for customer and easy to make a purchase, and we provide a strict security to prevent any unwanted things. For purchase, our website provide an easy way to purchase. Customer only need to select a game to top up and then fill in their game information such as player ID and then select the desired amount. The last one, they need to choose the payment method, either bank online or e-wallet. And finally, enter the email of the customer for the purpose of the receiving the purchase receipt. So our project will have these four functional requirements. That's to create a new admin or end customer and purchase. Kat yang tu. So our project will have these four functional requirements. They are to create a new admin, to create a new customer or a user, and a game and a purchase. Secondly is to retrieve a list of admin, customers and purchase histories. The third one is to update the customer or user information and the games. And finally, the functional requirement is to delete the admin record and purchase history list. So for the impact of the project is customer won't have to wait for their in-game cash to be transferred because the purchase only took 5 minutes. Online store only used to shop at any time of the day or night. Besides, affordable price and better rates can be found in an online shop in an in-game cash top-up, because if you buy in-game cash directly from the game store, it will cost you more. So online shop in a game cash top-up will come with a better price. So online shop will help they save a lot of money to expense. So next we move to our project objective. So the main objective of the system is to design an user-friendly navigation interface for the customer, to help game player to make in-game cash and purchase, to become a trusted online store for the customers, and to create the best security for the customer purchase, to develop a web that help the staff to organize information about the product and customers. The last one, our objective is to test the effectiveness of the web for the customers to purchase the product from the website. So that's all from me. So we move to Adam Haikal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hairul and I will explain about our website's design. So right now on index.php is our main page where the first page where that everybody will go to when they click on our web page. So on this first front page is our navigation bar. It has our website's logo, black game, and on the navigation bar is home button, about us button, games button, contact button, login and sign up. Then on the first section is our tagline, which is black game, the best place to buy game credits, and the button to buy the games. Click by clicking this about us button, you will go to the next section, which will talk about why the customer should top up their games on black game. So as you can see, this is our about us section. Next is our game section. Our game section shows what available games top up that are available in our website. So for now, we only have three games, which is Mobile Legends, Valorant, and PUBG Mobile. Uh, we are planning to add three more games, which is League of Legends, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty. But it's still in our planning section, so we just put coming soon for the games. Next for contact, in this section, the customers can use this form to contact our administrators so that they can inquire about anything that they need to know. So by clicking the home button, you will go to the first section of the page. Next is the login page. For the login page, user can use this form to log in their account. If they don't have an account, they can click this button. Then it will go to user register page. After they registered, uh, they can log in using the earlier login page. Or if they are an admin, they can click this button on the navigation bar for admin login page. Uh, they can enter their username and password, and after they click the login, it will go to their front page. So by logging into their to log into uh, the website, the users need to enter their username and their password. So on as shown above, I have already entered my username and password. So if when I click the login button, it will take me to the front page of the user. So on this front page for user, the navigation bar is updated. Right now we have an additional button, which is edit account. Other than that, the home page is still the same, which still shows us the same thing from earlier. So when I click the edit account button, it will take us to the edit account page. On this edit account page, uh, uh, user can fill out this form to edit their account details, such as their emails, their username, their full name, phone number, account bank number, password, and their confirmation password. If we click this home button, it will take us back to the front page. So right now, I will uh, I will show you to log in to the administration front page. So using this I will enter the username and password. By clicking this login button, it will take us to the uh, admin front page. On this admin home page, it can show us the list of admin that has been registered for the website. Uh, then on the navigation bar, there is an updated navigation bar, which is update games, contact list, user list, transaction history, and logout. So if we go to update games, on this page we can add or delete the games. So for this is the if we want to add another game other than the already three that already in the website, we can use this button. So using this delete game button, we can delete the any games that uh, we don't want to be in the website anymore. So clicking the home button will take us back to the admin front page. So next is the contact list page. So the contact list page will take us back to the feedback from commenter. So uh, other than that is the user list. So user list, it will show us the registered user for the website. And we can use this text box to search for our specific user. So clicking the home button will take us back to the front page, and we can use the transaction history to track the transaction that has been made. So uh, in this in this ML payment section, there's already two transactions has been made. So it shows the two transaction here in this list. Other than that, for PUBG payment, it has not any transaction history. So there's the Valorant payment. So other than that, uh, on the navigation bar, we can go to any section from earlier, and clicking home will take us back here. So clicking the logout will take us back to the original admin login page, and click the home will take us back to the index.php. So that's all from me. Thank you. Now I will pass the presentation to Muhammad Hairul.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hairul and I will present about the web page function. So first, we take a look to the register page from index, and we choose sign up button to register. And this is the form of register. So let's look further on the coding section. So first, I include connect.php. But before that, I put the PHP syntax on top of HTML on the user register. First, I include the connect PHP to connect the database, and then I use if set post sign up button. Sign up button is name of button at this button register. I name is as sign up button. So if user click, then it go on to true condition into this section, which is I create variable. I use my SQL real escape string to get input from user, and after that I create variable name $result to connect between file the connection variable connect into the query to connect it, and I create variable count to count the number rows from of the result. So first condition is if user not same as user confirm password. I make this because I need to make sure that user need to put a correct password, so if they have mistake, they can't register it. So if user cannot not same as confirm password, it will display this and go out of the loop. And if same, it will check count more than 0. This to check whether the email that user input has been registered or not. And if this false, it will go into this, and we go to the SQL section. So first, I use insert into user email username, which is this from database variable, and values of this variable I've been create to get input from user. And then I use result to connect query to connect database and query. So if true, so it will make the text box become nothing, and it will you show the message user register complete, or if this connection false, it will go to user register fail. So this is the form. As you can see, I name is user. For email, user email, username, user full name, the same as the text. And I put placeholder to make sure that user can understand. And I also put PHP equal to after if user fail the to enter, and it will display back the data into the form. So we go to after registration, we go to the form login. So this is the login form. So let's take a look at the coding. So as usual, click connect PHP, and I use session start to make sure that I can get the ID from the user. So is set in button from form. Then I create username variable and user password variable to get input from user, and I use SQL query to make sure that select user ID whether from the database. So and I connect it with my SQL query to the with variable count and into the variable result, and variable count to count the variable result. So if my SQL num rows result more than 0, it means there is no is correct. So it's true. So row become the row is like array will count the result result variable result, and session user ID is same the row that user ID has been registered. So by doing this, if user enter the correct email, then it will take the user ID from the user email from the same person into the session user ID, and it will open the user front page, and or else it will false, so will not open. So that's it for user login. Jap. Lawa ni aduh. Okay. Yeah. So this is user front page after we log in. As you can see, I can get the user ID, which means I enter as Adam to users as Adam. So the user ID is 29. So this I make sure to show you that I can to put the user ID into the session. So first, so this is home button. You can, if you click this, it goes here, and games goes here, and contacts goes here. So for contact is for feedback from the user or guest. I mean user. So let's take a look at the coding. Let's go to the user front page. So this is the user front page. So include connect PHP, error reporting to to avoid that has been executed to the website page, and echo session this to make sure this, and if not set user ID hit the location back. It means that if you not registered and you just tap to the user front page, it will go back. You must to log in first. So let's go to the contact. As you can see, this is PHP syntax for the contact. So I create variable comment name, comment email, subject as filter input post. This the variable name at the text name. So if empty, not empty, not empty, not empty, it will go into the coding, means all the field must require to input. So connection, new MySQL, if connect error, and it will not execute to the page, and or else is going to coding. So SQL is into contact. So I put to the contact table at the database, comment name, comment email, subject, message, value of all of this variable. And if connect at more than query means right, condition is true, so it will in the true condition and will register at the database, and will pop up message and will record insert successfully, or else error, show error. And if not is not put, user not put, and choose button submit, it will So all fields are required. So that is user front page. So after the context, after we finish, I expand the contact, I will expand to the edit account to update account. So this is edit account, user profile. So as you can see, Adam Haiqal, Adam that on this. So I can change Adam Haiqal, TDD, I can change name to the normal one. So Adam Haiqal, phone number, bank account, password Adam, and Adam, and submit. So profile update successfully. So loading and become Adam Haikal, the normal one. So the coding of edit.php. So include connect.php, error session start. So to start this session, and error reporting, and if not set user ID, if user not log in, then go to the page of edit user. So it's not detect the user ID of the session, so it will go back to index.php, mean the home page. So if it set post update button, which is update button that I show you, this update button, and okay, so let's go on to the edit user.php, and I include connect.php. I start the session start, and error reporting. So if not set user ID, session user ID, I will go back to index.php, is to make sure that user must log in first to go user page and then edit account. So if it's set update button, which is right here, submit. If user click it, and we go into the coding section, this, and I create a variable, just like register, and use my SQL string to get input from user. And if user password same as user confirm password, so the SQL syntax we run, which is update to users, save full name as full name, password to according to all of this. But I just only allow to change all except for user email, because email you cannot change. And this, if user password same as user confirm password, then it will go into true condition, which is SQL. So SQL update user, sets user full name as user full name, username, user not tell, according to all of this except for user email, because I not allow user to change their email. And then where user ID according to session means up here. So result, so variable result same as my SQL query to connect database to the SQL. And if this condition true, profile will update successfully. So pop-up message, if false, just same. So pop-up message that profile cannot be updated. And if this false, means user's password and confirm password not same, we show password not matched. And this is the form group of user input. As you can see, I use PHP echo row user email. But before that, I make sure to get data to edit. I use SQL, select from user ID, where user ID same decision user ID, and result my SQL query to connect database and SQL. And if more than 0 is the condition true, and I use while, so you can loop until they find the until the user ID of the session made the user ID for the loop. So, and from if you use while, so I can be able to echo, so I can the system will show my user email, the user of user that log in, that of his data, which is user email, username, user full name, not tell, and all of others. So this password need to make sure user to put, so they can be able to edit their data. Okay, that's for edit user. So after you edit, you can go back to home. So user can buy game. So to go here game and top up. So they can choose give reward and they can able to add purchase. So let's go to the coding, which is I use for, let's say I use Mobile Legend and I open the game page. I open the file of to buy the payment of Mobile Legend, and this is the file of the Mobile Legend. I create this variable to get input from user. So if empty to make sure all data is required, and connection, I create database connection, new MySQL, and if error it will not go into true condition, and else it will go to the coding section which to execute, which is SQL, variable SQL insert into payment ML and game ID, ML ID and game email, just like, and value. So this value, if user choose let's say 3 ringgit, value 42, so the value of 42 will go into the amount, say amount, then all of this will go to the database and connection close. So after that, after all that, user must want to log out, right? So then user will log out, then the session is off. So that is for user that user. And we go to the admin. So this is, so let's go to the admin. So admin login. Say I Fadhli. As you can see, my syntax was right. So Fadhli. So we go and first homepage admin list. So this is edit game page for admin. So as you can see, this Mobile Legend, I have 3 games. So let's say I want to add a game, which is game that we want to release but not yet, which is Genshin Impact. So Genshin Impact, I say add, game has been add. So I just recently add, and this is the Genshin Impact, the new that I've been add. So the function of delete, let's say I delete this Genshin Impact, and as you can see, the Genshin Impact is gone. So let's take a look at the coding. So it's edit the page. So let's go to the PHP file. So include the PHP and select from game. So result con more query SQL. So if result more than 6 true kosong, so row, so it means the true condition, and I create while, so it can make like array. So ref result fetch is sort. So I create the game container to make, like as you can see, like just a table. So and this PHP encoding game name and is show game name and update button. So and delete button, sorry. And to the delete, and if set delete mean that user click delete. So game ID, post ID, query. So delete from game, where game ID, let's say to this game ID. And so that is for edit game page, and after that, so there's add game. So this is a game, so include connect the PHP con new SQL. So if it set add button, which is add button, if user click it, and it will go to the true condition and create variable name, post name, and if files image name. So if not empty, then we'll go into the this segment. So file name, base name. So this is to input file. So file. So the image and the of the name of the file. So we call it file name. So file type. So pass info. File type to the pass info extension. So this is after that allow type. So array. So I will allow this file jpg, png, jpg, and gif to user admin only to input. And if an array file type, so allow type if this two condition match each other, and we go to the loop to the true condition. So variable image as files dollar files to image and empty name, and image content that at slash file get content of image this, and into the variable query insert into game name, game pics, and values of name of the file, and image content which is image to upload, and result my SQLi connection and SQL. So if this true condition, it will pop up a game has been added. If not, means if user put not this file mean .exe for example, and we show sorry you can only add this type of file, and if user not select the image, and will pop up please select an image to upload. So that is for add game and edit game page. So let's move on to the user list. So we just go to the user list file page. So this name user list game. So this is the user list, the user that been registered in our database. So first I have include the button for search. So let's say I search for Amir. So it shall go Amir. So this is search by typing username, means is connect with username, and after this you go to the user details. So I go back, and let's say I want to delete Adam Haiqal, and just paste here, and Adam Haiqal will gone from our database. So the users, and Adam Haiqal is gone. So go to the that is for the user list, and so we go to the coding user list.php user list.php. This is the coding. So first we go to the php files, which is this include connect php, select from user, and variable result to connect connection and SQL. See the SQL and user list. So I create like table, ID, email, all the stuff that user have, and I create while just make like array. So php equal rows user ID, so it will display for every user data is for each user. So and then this is the function delete that has been in the row, the same row to the users for every user. So this is if delete, then php equal user ID and delete. So that is for user list, and we go to the user details. So after search this find search. So this but before that, this is for button search. As you can see, this is submit value search. This is the form. So if they say button search method post, and you go to the user details. So let's go to the user details. the user details, and this file of user detail and term, as you can see, post term and term as strip class term and MySQL real SQL string. So if not connection to database, could not connect, and we show the pop error message. And if empty, so means that not empty, not empty, it means the right true condition, and you SQL from user, and it will show the result query into the connection query SQL. Okay, this is the user details of file, and this, as you can see, this is formation for user details to search. And after at the user list and in the user details, user can be able to search by typing the username. So include connect php $term to the post term. This is from this type text term, go into this and strip class term and MySQL res skate string con and term. So if not connection, it show the could not connect, and if not empty, request term. So you go to SQL, select from user where username like term, which is term that is. So you find the name that been searched, username that been searched. So then I create table. So ID, email, username, phone number, account number, password. Then I use while. So rows equal to result query, fetch a sort. So this will show the output of that user admin want to search, which so every data of from user that be searched. So else of all of this condition is the username yet usage does not found in the database and go back to the user list. So that is for user details. And that we go to the contact list. Contact list. PHP. As you can see, this the same like every others output data on the email page. I connect and I create table and I create while fetch a sort a result, and it will show the output for every data of the user, and we go while for next user until the last of user. So that's why this can be create. Say I say this top up very variable, I can become rich. Just same like context. User has been so home and transaction history. So this is transaction history for all that user has been by the to top up data. So open file, transaction PHP. So this all the transaction PHP, and this is for ML. So I create table. So just like others, so only three output variable is ML ID, amount, and game email. So after that, before that, we need to connect with database, and I difference with ResultML, SQLML, PUBG, and Valo because I don't want data be replaced and lastly go into the Palo, so it will not pop out for ML. So I don't want that happen. So I make three different for each variable, since we have three games for a variable top up, and I create in game, just I say table, and I use while with rows ML fetch sort, and it show that data of payment from users. check-in just go loop until finish, and we go to PUBG, just same concept, and after that is go to the Valo, and as you can see right there, so in the map payment for PUBG, since we don't have for PUBG payment environment, this is like for ML payment. So let's go home, and that is the all of the admin works that need to do. So log out and go back to the home page, and this is the index page. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fadhli bin Mukhtar. Now I will explain about database. For database, we have created a database named group project. In this database, we have created 7 tables that connected with our website. For table admin, the attribute is ID, name and password. For table contact, the attribute is ID, name, email subject and message. For table game, the attribute is ID, name, and game picture. For table payment ML, for table payment ML, PUBG, and Valo, the attribute is ID, the amount, price, and email. And lastly, for table user, the attribute is ID, email, full name, username, number telephone, account bank number, and password. Now I will show the example for admin login. The data that has been input by admin in this page will go to the database. So I have created this PHP file, which is connect.php. The function of this file is used to connect to the database, which is group project. For admin login, we have registered admin manually in database. So this code will fetch the data that has been registered only. If the data is not been registered, it will execute this line. For example, the admin that has been registered is Fadhli. So this admin can log in to the admin page. If I use another username that has not been registered in the database, it will say incorrect username or password. For example, I will use another name that has not been registered. So it will execute this incorrect username and password. Next, I will show example for user register page. For register page, this PHP code will fetch the data that user input into the database. This function code is used to connect to the database, which is group project. For example, this is the example data that has been registered to our website. So I will show if a new user have registered to our website and the data will recorded into our database. Now I will register. So it say user registration complete. So and new user data, I will show the new data that has been recorded. So this is new data that new user recorded into our database. For contact page, all the data that has been input by user in this form will recorded into the database. This PHP code will fetch all the data input by user and will record it into the database. This include function used to put data of one PHP file into another PHP file, which is connect.php. This PHP file function is used to connect to the database. For example, if user want to contact us, user can fill this form and admin can view the message from user in the database. For example, and send new record is inserted successfully, and all the data that has been input by the user will recorded into this database. And lastly, for payment, all payment transaction by user will be recorded into payment table. So this is PHP code for payment. This PHP code will fetch all payment transaction and user information by user into the database. If user confirm their order, it will execute this line. Your order has been placed. For example, if user want to top up one of these games, the user must fill this form if they confirm their order. For example, user must select the amount of the in-game credit, and user must fill their in-game ID and email. And submit. And it will execute your order has been placed. So the data has been recorded into the database. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, I am Muhammad Airil. So I will explain you about this mobile application. So we are using MIT App Inventor in order to build our mobile application. As you can see here, this is our front page or intro page for our mobile application. So now, if you click the start button, it will bring you to the homepage of this mobile apps. As you can see on the top corner, you clearly can see the user icon. If you click it, it will bring you to the login page. If you don't have any account, you just need to click here to register. So this is the register page where the user required to fill out the user information, which is email, username and password. So give me a second. So and click submit. As you can see, the register successful, which means the registration has been recorded. So you need to fill in your username and password as same as before. Just click login. And login successful. And automatically will bring you to the homepage. So here you have two options to buy a game credit or top up credit. You can click buy now, or you can use this navigation bar on the bottom to go the store page. So now this is the store page where you can see the variety of game. So for the example, I will choose Mobile Legends. Here the purchase section where you need to select amount and fill in the game ID and of course your email. Just click submit. So purchase was successful. So yeah, if you want to see your transaction history, you can click on this navigation bar. So here your transaction history that you purchased just now, which is 140 diamonds for RM 10 ringgit. So hi again. So this is the block function of the register page. When I said the user need to fill all the information, which is email, username, and password, the data will be transferred to the signup.php file. So this is signup.php file. When the data has been created, which is email, username, and password, the data will be inserted to user table. After the process is success, the message which is register successful will be pop up. That's all.
Okay, so that's all from us. I hope you all enjoy watching our video presentation, and thank you for Madam Roxanne for teaching us 264. I hope you like the video presentation, and so that's all. So goodbye. Selamat Hari Raya. Aidil Adha.